A petition is going around, isn't it? And they are signing a petition to say that they do not agree with Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah's decision to change the leadership of NDC in Parliament. We'll walk you through the people who have signed the petition and say something about some of them, and then we can understand what is going on, because it's getting quite confusing, because you would have thought that this decision was John Mahama's decision. Some people say it wasn't his decision. Some John Mahama stalwarts are against it. Some John Mahama stalwarts are for it. It's getting quite confusing, but let me walk you through the list and then you can make the decision for yourself whether this is a decision of Asiedu Nkatiah, Equity, and President Mahama, or it excludes President Mahama. Javier Sosu is the first one I put here. He has signed a petition. He's against the decision that has been made. Therefore, he's standing with Haruna Iddrisu and Muntaka. I'm not sure where he stands. I'm not sure whether he's a JM boy or not. I'm not too sure about Javier Sosu, where he stands in the NDC politics, but quite clearly, he's an NDC person. He's Medina MP, and he's important because his constituency is important. He says no to Asiedu Nkatiah. All right, this is Zidane, my good friend. Bid and I were very, very close. It was Mandia Bid that gave him the nickname Bid, because in 2004 elections, we had an incident in the election night, and then that's where he got the name Bid. So when you see him and you say Bid, he'll ask you that what the Paul tell you. But he's a good friend of mine. Bid Zidane, he used to be the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. Also him, Bid Zidane, says that no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. Next is Clement Park, former Chief Vandal of Commonwealth Hall, so is my chief. Clement Park has been talking quite a bit on education. From Bulsa he comes, and he is the Member of Parliament representing Bulsa. Dr. Clement Park also says no to Asiedu Nkatiah. Oko Vanderpoy! In Adom-Otchere, this guy is a good guy, man. He's my man, you know. Oko Vanderpoy, I think that he was one of the best mayors that we had in Accra. Oko Vanderpoy did a real good job as a mayor. Oko Vanderpoy also says no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. And this is James Agalga. He was 1 year ahead of me in school, so I know him quite well. And we had a lot of debates and banters together in those days. James Agalga, a good lawyer, is a former Deputy Minister of Interior, and he also says no to Asiedu Nkatiah. Now the list goes on. So A.B. Fuseni, former graphic overlord, and this is Abednego, Hassan Suhini, whose document we have read, Dominic Aine, who spoke quite a bit, and this was created by Metro TV. All of them say no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. And then there's Teddy Safori Adi. He's also an MP. He says no to Asiedu Nkatiah. There's another list of important people. This is Linda Obenewa, Seydou Haruna, Thomas Nyakwam, Abdul Latif Dan. They all say no to Asiedu Nkatiah. And then more big names coming in. Angela Ofori Wa Alolu, my good friend Collins Dauda, former minister, very seasoned member of parliament. Collins Dauda is probably one of the oldest members of parliament. Edward Nilante Vanderpoy, who actually competed against Haruna Iddrisu for that youth organizer position, out of which there was a bit of violence. And then Isaac Adongo. This is a very powerful set. Collins Dauda, Emmanuel Nilante Vanderpoy, Isaac Adongo, my good friend. All of them say no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. A few more. Kwabena Donko, former Minister for Energy. We know him quite well. Soft-spoken, very, very clever man. Samson Ahi, very well known. Sam George, of course, we've heard him speak. And Yusuf Sulemana. All of them say no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. A lot more coming. Edward Bawa, whom we know. Eric Opoku, who was at one point thought to be a potential running mate to President Mahama. Ernest Nogbe, who is in there. And Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, my good friend, who have been asking to apologize to the spare parts people because he said they were nobodies. Mutala and his friends also say no to Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah. Wow. So that's the story.